$2,000 this week. KDP.
Everyone on YouTube is talking about making $5,000 or $10,000 a month with Amazon KDP. But almost nobody talks about what most people actually make. So instead of guessing, I ask my own audience, real people who are actually trying KDP. And the results are very different from what you usually hear online. In this video, I will break down 2 community polls, explain what they really mean, and show you what realistic income looks like at different stages of Amazon KDP. So by the end of this video, you should have a much clearer answer to one simple question. Is Amazon KDP worth it in 2026? Before we look at the numbers, I want to be clear about one thing. Not everyone who watches my videos participated in these polls. And it's very possible that newer KDP beginners are more active on YouTube, which could slightly affect the results. That said, these numbers strongly match my own experience and what I have seen over the past 6 years from hundreds of people who reach out to me and share their results. So this isn't perfect data, but it's very realistic. I have added the same polls to the video description. After watching this video, take a few seconds to vote and help make this data more accurate for everyone. Thanks in advance. The first poll was simple. How much do you actually make per month with Amazon KDP? A total of 177 people voted. Here's what the results show. 74% of the people said they make between $0 and $100 per month. That means almost 3 out of every 4 people don't even cross the $100 mark. 11% make between $100 and $500. 5% are in the $500 to $1,000 range. And only 10% make more than $1,000 per month. This doesn't mean Amazon KDP doesn't work. What it shows is that higher income is not common. It's the expectation, not the rule. Most people are much closer to $0 than they are to $5,000 or $10,000 a month. So the real question is this. Are most people earning under $100 because KDP is broken, or is something else going on? To understand why income looks like this, we need to look at experience. The second poll asked one simple question. How long have you been trying Amazon KDP? 117 people voted. More than half of them, 54%, said they have been doing KDP for less than 6 months. 14% are in the 6 to 12 month range. 10% have 1 to 2 years of experience. And 22% have been doing KDP for more than 2 years. Now, this part is important. When you see that most people are under 6 months, low income suddenly makes a lot more sense. Early on, sales are slow. The algorithm hasn't picked you up yet. Most people are still learning basics. So earning under $100 in the first few months is not a failure. It's actually normal. But this raises a bigger question. Why is the under 6 months group so dominant? Is it because many people are new? Or is it because many people don't make it past the first 6 months? Let's break that down. There are 3 main reasons why the under 6 months group is so large. First, there is a constant flow of beginners. Amazon KDP has a very low barrier to entry. Anyone can open an account and upload a book. So every month, new people join. That naturally makes the beginner group look bigger. Second, more experienced sellers usually stop consuming beginner content. After 6 to 12 months, most YouTube videos start to feel repetitive. The basics don't change much. At that point, people focus more on execution than content, so they are less likely to vote in polls like this. But the third reason is the most important one. A lot of people simply don't make it past the first 6 months. Early results are slow, sales are inconsistent or non-existent, and expectations are usually much higher than reality. When that gap hits, many people quit before momentum has a chance to build. That's why the 6 months mark is critical. Not because results magically appear at 6 months, but because most people don't stay long enough to find out. And this connects both polls perfectly. Low income and short experience usually go together. The problem isn't that KDP doesn't work. The problem is that most people leave too early. Now let's talk about realistic expectations. Based on these polls, my own results, and what I have seen over the years, income on Amazon KDP usually follows a timeline. What I am about to share is mainly for people who are new to online business. If you already have experience with e-commerce, print on demand, paid ads, or you have an existing audience, this process can be much faster. Also, most beginners don't work on KDP full time, and the amount of time you can put in each week makes a big difference. These milestones are achievable without using ads. Running ads the right way can speed things up, But for beginners, especially without prior experience, I usually don't recommend starting with ads. These numbers are based on organic growth. They won't apply to everyone, but they are realistic milestones, not hype. 0 to 6 months. For most people, this phase looks like $0 to $50 per month. $50 to $100 is already a good sign. At this stage, the real win is not income. It's proof that the system works. If you get consistent sales, even small ones, you are on the right track. 6 to 12 months. This is where many people cross the $100 mark for the first time. A realistic range here is around $50 to $200 per month. Some people push higher, but that's still not common. This phase is about learning what works and doubling down on it. 1 to 2 years. Now KDP starts to feel less like a test and more like a system. A realistic range here is $200 to $500 per month. If you are consistent and strategic, 500 plus becomes possible. By this point, you usually have a backlist that keeps selling. 2+ years. This is where minority really separates. $500 to $1,000 per month becomes realistic. And this is where most people making over $1,000 are coming from. Not because they are smarter, but because they stayed long enough and kept building. Now I want to share my own numbers. Not as a success story, but as a reference point. I published my first book on July 31st, 2019. It took me 7 months to make my first $100. In February 2020, I sold 91 books and crossed the $100 mark for the first time. My first $1,000 month came in January 2021. That was about 18 months after I started. That month I sold 995 books. Now some important context. When I started, I was not doing KDP full time. However, I already had experience with e-commerce, and I understood things like keyword research and market demand. I also never used paid ads to reach these numbers. Everything was organic. So please evaluate my results with that in mind. And one more thing. When I started in 2019, the environment was very different. Competition was lower, there were no daily upload limits, AI-generated books didn't exist. That made things somewhat easier compared to today. So no, I'm not saying these exact timelines will repeat in 2026. What I am saying is this: even in a less competitive environment, real results still took time. So, is Amazon KDP worth it in 2026? The honest answer is it depends. If you are looking for fast money, shortcuts, or quick wins, then no, KDP is probably not worth it for you. But if you are willing to think long term, build a catalog, and accept slow progress at the beginning, then yes, KDP can still be worth it. The data from these polls show something very clear. Most people don't fail at KDP, they just leave too early. Low income in the first month is normal. Slow growth is normal. What is not normal is expecting life-changing results in a few weeks. If you are under 6 months in and earning very little, that doesn't mean you are behind. It means you are exactly where most people are. The real difference happens after that point. Not because something magical changes, but because fewer people are still there. So instead of asking how fast you can make money, the better question is how long you are willing to stay consistent. That's what really decides the outcome. If you want, check the polls in the description and add your votes. The more data we collect together, the more realistic this picture becomes for everyone. Thanks for watching.